lads, all of the United States of America. And when the action begins, our third man in the ring this evening, the referee, Mr. Hubert Earl from Canada. And now from the sold-out O2 Dublin, where there's standing room only, live to the whole of Ireland and throughout Latin America, it's Hunky Dory's World Championship Big Fight Time! Brian Peters is proud to present World Championship Boxing for the first time in Dublin for 13 years. Sponsored by Hunky Dory. Live on RTE Sports from the fabulous O2 Dublin. And a contest of 12 3-minute rounds to decide the WBA Super Bantamweight Championship of the world. Between and introducing the boxers. And firstly, the challenger fighting out of the red corner. He wears the black trunks trimmed with gold. He weighed in at 121 pounds and 14 ounces, 8 stone, 9 pounds, 14 ounces. He comes to the ring with a 28-fight professional record, 27 wins, 14 by way of knockout with just one solitary loss. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the former European Super Bantamweight champion, and tonight the challenger for the title, Dublin's very own Bernard Dunne. And across the ring, ladies and gentlemen, in the blue corner, wearing the silver trunks trimmed with white, he comes from San Miguelito in Panama. He weighed in at 121.25 pounds, 8 stone, 9.25. He brings a 37-fight professional record consisting of 34 wins, 21 by way of knockout, with 1 loss and 2 draws. He comes tonight as the former WBC Latino Bantamweight champion and the reigning and defending WBA Super Bantamweight champion of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, from Panama, Ricardo Cordoba. The referee, Mr. Hubert Earl, will now give his final instructions.
Other way round, face the cameras.
Gentlemen, obey my commands at all times and protect yourselves at all times. Touch them up, when the bell rings, come out fighting.
12 3-minute rounds for the WBA Super Bantamweight Championship of the world.
Just getting them to clear the bottles off the apron. Referee Hubert Earl. All those months of road work, bag punching, speedball, sweat, scales, and it all ends up here in O2 at 25-12 on the 21st of March 2009. Coming up to the midnight hour. Southpaw, of course, Ricardo Cordoba. The stock and trade is a double jab on that right hand and a left to the body. He also carries a pretty stiff right cross. But Bernard Dunne has told me and told a few others that never before has he felt in such condition mentally, which is extremely important, and physically. These are the tentative early moments. Dunne will have watched DVDs of Cordoba and vice versa. But then each man may be on the bluff and not do that at all. Each of them carries a big left hook to the body. It's one of their signatures.
Come on, watch the feet, watch the feet.
But because Cordoba is a southpaw, his stinging left hand is further away from Dunne than Dunne's is from him. Nervous early seconds.
Yes, but they're getting right down to work right away. I thought there would be a feeding out process, but these two guys are right down now, and they're down to do an action right away, so they're not even going to see what each other's strengths and weaknesses are. They're getting in there. Oh, good stuff by Cordoba. They're getting in there and they're throwing good, solid, hard punches right away.
Cordoba does carry a good right hand as well as that left to the body. He's never won out of Panama. He's had 34 of his 37 fights in his home country. He's had 2 in Germany, both draws, and 1 in Thailand, which he lost. So the last 10 seconds, need a quick hands to the body of Cordoba. 1 round over, and Dunne goes back. We hear the words of Harry Hawkins, and with a bit of luck, we'll hear them as well.
You're doing anything wrong. You're not putting the right hand to the chest. You're looking at his head. Okay? Just think of the chest. You got it there. And your left hook over the top of his jaw all the time. Okay? All the time. You're well into the fix. You're no fucking problem. You're hooking him on the shots. Just be patient. That left hook. Keep the left hook over the top of his jaw. Through the right hand, through the middle. Through the chest high bun.
Don't stand in front of him too long.
Don't stand too long in one spot.
Keep on the move. Step out, left or right.
And now your ears have received exactly what Bernard Dunne has.
Let's go.
Seconds out. Round 2.
This is Dunne's 13th professional fight in Ireland. He's had 14 in the United States of America and 1 each in Germany and Italy.
See, this is what Bernard Dunne has to do. He has to get those right hands across, because the way to beat southpaws is big right hands and big left hooks to the body and to the head. To fight a southpaw the conventional way with jabbing and this and that doesn't really work, so you have to get your left foot on the outside of their right foot and bang in your left hooks and your right hands. Overhand rights, straight rights, but that's the way to do it. Left hooks to the body, to the head, and right hands to the head and to the body. The only way to beat those guys is by doing that.
Referee calls break and steps between them. A good bright opening to the fight. Of course, it's a 12-rounder championship, world championship.
Right. Keep your head up. Keep your head up.
What used to be the point, Steve Collins once fought for the title here. Fought Cornelius Carr. That was not a punch knockdown. Neither man would be famous as a knockout expert, but Cordoba has a 56% knockout rate and Dunne a 50%. By knockout, I mean stoppages inside the scheduled distance.
Come on, bring him up.